How's it going today, guys? This is Upside Down Ace, and E3 is wrapped up. There were a ton of big unveilings, and my favorite one was, of course, Forza Horizon. So what I'm going to do is take a big wrap-up of all the things that were unveiled, you know, from the trailer to all the game demos to talks before the announcement and stuff like that. So we're going to start off with what Forza Horizon is. It's an open-road action racing game. Now, they want to be able to have this game be able to pick up and play feel, but that doesn't mean it's not going to be realistic. According to them, it still has Forza 4's simulator engine under it, and if you turn off all the assists, you're going to be driving on the Forza 4 engine. So there are going to be assists in this game to maybe help out some newbies, or just people that just don't want to drive in that simulator type experience like Forza 4, but it's still going to be there. Now, the other thing that they mentioned is car customization is coming back. You're going to be able to paint your car and upgrade it. They didn't mention any kind of tuning, and I wouldn't be surprised if they took out tuning, because it isn't a game about trimming down your lap times by 1/10 of a second or something like that. This is more just kind of like an open road, enjoyable type of game. Now, the play type is you're at a youth festival kind of deal, like a music festival, and you're trying to become the king of the festival, and how you're going to do that is you're going to do a lot of flamboyant driving, a lot of like near passes and drifts, and like knocking down fences is apparently flamboyant and a good thing, and you're going to be trying to get the most rep to become the most popular person at the festival. It's going to feature Kinect integration, and the Kinect is going to work with voice commands. I don't think there's going to be any driving with the Kinect. How it's going to work is you can be saying, where's the nearest event, or what is the next event, or drive me here, and you're going to work on the map, and it's going to drive you a little line on the ground, on the road, and you're going to be able to follow the line to your next event. It's also available without Kinect. There's a full map with fast travel support, which is great. Next up is the camera views in the game. All the camera views are coming back. I know that was another thing that wasn't really showcased, but there was a brief clip of somebody cycling through the camera views, and the cockpit view is there, so that is good. There wasn't any gameplay I found of the cockpit view, but it is supported. That's good. Now we're going to talk briefly about the important part, the cars. They said if it fits in the game with like the whole Forza Horizon kind of ideal, it'll probably make it. They didn't mention a specific car list, but there's definitely not going to be any of those racing like GT3 cars or the R1 cars or anything like that in Horizon. Now they're going to release the car list throughout the summer, so I will be covering them as they come out. Now, one thing I didn't see was damage. There was a lot of times where the Viper would crash into a car or crash into a wall, and it wouldn't even get a scratch on it. So I don't know if maybe in the demos they had damage turned off for the sake of the demo, or maybe they're just not done with integrating damage yet. I mean, there's got to be some form of damage. I mean, Forza 2 had damage. And it really is, I mean, it can't be that hard to get some kind of damage into this game. If it's running on Forza 4's engine, it should be able to have at least Forza 4 level damage, I would hope anyway. It would kind of detract from the open world experience if it didn't. Now, one statement that was made is if you can see it, you can drive to it. So, in that sense, it's kind of like how Skyrim always brags about, you see that mountain? Yeah, you can get on top of that. But not in that sense. You can't, like, drive up the cliffs, but you're going to be able to at least drive to the foot of the cliff. So it's a good thing. That means the world should be pretty big. Now, he said the render distance for the world is 20 kilometers, which works out to about 12 miles. So if you're sitting in the middle of the world and you can render 20 kilometers, and if you can see it, you can drive to it, that means roughly the world would work out to about 450 miles if it was a circle and you were right in the middle of it. So either the world's going to be that big, or you're going to be rendering things 20 miles away and you can't get to them, like maybe a tree off in the distance. I'm not really sure, but he did say if you can see it, you can drive to it. So going off of that, it could be about 400 miles big, which is a massive world. Now, the day-night cycle is coming to Forza. That's a new thing for the Forza series. It's going to be a dynamic cycle. It said it's a 24-hour cycle, so I'm assuming you're going to be able to just let it go through the cycle, because there's a lot of gameplays at like sunset and midday. I know they just kind of like went right through it in the demos, like day, night, instantly. But what's going to happen is there's going to be festival races in the daytime where you just kind of go to the festival and do normal types of events. And then there's going to be illegal street racing at nighttime. Now, there was no mention of police officers or any cop chases like that, and I didn't see any, but there is going to be street races for, like, more cred and pink slips. So if you beat the car, you're going to get it, which is pretty dang cool. Multiplayer will be supported in the Rivals mode events. There's going to be speed zones. So if you're going down the freeway and you went faster than your friend's going to know about it. There's going to be any event you can do in single player. It's also available in multiplayer. And they're going to have the playground games function, which is like cat and mouse and tag. And some things we've seen in other Forza series, which are going to make more sense on the open world setting. So that's everything they showcased, to my knowledge. And I still have a few questions about the game that I'm sure some of you have. First off, will there be Porsche? Because we all know how EA has the exclusive rights to Porsche. That's why it wasn't in 4, and they later sorted it out. But EA is launching a game this year as well, and it's pretty much a direct competitor to Forza Horizon. It's an open world game, Need for Speed Most Wanted. So the question is that going to affect the licensing deal with Playground Games on Porsche? I didn't see any in the gameplays. I looked really hard. If someone did see one, let me know, because I would love to see a screenshot of Porsche in Horizon, but I did not see one. So either I missed it, or they're not there. And the other question is, people. What are you going to do with pedestrians? Because there are some gameplays of pedestrians behind some pretty dinky fences you could easily run over. So how is that going to work? Are you going to run into invisible walls where the pedestrians are? Are you just going to phase through the pedestrians? Are they going to be able to dodge your car going at 200 miles an hour? I don't know. Because this game probably won't be rated M just because you run over people. The most is going to be rated like T for the lyrics and all these dubstep songs. So guys, that is it. That is my wrap-up of Forza Horizon. Comment below with what you think of Forza Horizon. I am super excited for it, guys. If you found this video helpful, please like it. And as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.